Hi, I'm Ben Summers from the Worldwide Licensing and Pricing team. If you've developed a great app and are ready to build a formal partnership with a reseller, I'd like to offer you some thoughts based on our own experience building reseller relationships here at Microsoft. If you haven't done it before, managing sales through a reseller partnership is different than managing direct sales or sales through an online marketplace. A reseller gives you a channel with all the resources and requirements that come with that channel. If the reseller partnership is successful, your business will start scaling, so it's important to build a strong partnership with your reseller from the very start. I'm going to talk about 3 focus areas that a strong partnership will need to cover. First and foremost, it's about your product. In our industry, intellectual property, that is, the ideas, code, and content that come together to form a great product, is the cornerstone of what we do. We'll talk about some things that we like to think about here at Microsoft when we discuss our products with resellers. Second, it's about your business. We develop ideas into products to solve problems, enhance productivity, help people do more, but we also need to make money. So we'll touch on some of the fundamentals in this area. Finally, we'll touch on some basic legal aspects of a partnership, things that we here at Microsoft take into consideration in our own reseller partnerships. The first topic I want to talk more about is your product, the app, add-in, or other solution you've developed. The first item on my list here is distribution. It's important to articulate how you will distribute your product to the reseller. You'll want to know if the reseller has any technical requirements, integration with various platforms or APIs that require additional effort in terms of time and cost that you must meet before you can deliver your product. It's also important to know how the reseller will distribute your product to its customers. They may sell directly to end customers, or they may act like a distributor, offering your product to their downstream channel partners. You may or may not have a preference, but you should understand their plans. Use of your company's marks and logos is also something worth discussing. Unless you've agreed to allow the reseller to white label your product, they'll need the rights to use your marks and logos on their website, in the sales and marketing collateral, or both. Of course, since I'm a licensing guy, I'm going to state the importance of your license. This document conveys the customer's rights regarding use of your product, as well as the obligations, including the obligation to pay for its use. It's a good idea to understand how your partner will present your license to customers. It's also a good idea to think about what should happen in the event that your licensing terms change. Finally, it's really important to discuss lifecycle management with your partner. I'm actually talking about a number of things here, so without going into too much detail, I'll suggest that this includes responsibility for provisioning and ongoing support, your own support policies and capabilities, management of updates and upgrades, and possibly even product discontinuation. Now, let's talk about your business. The first item on my list here is pricing. When I say pricing, I'm really talking about 2 things. The first thing is the pricing model. Talk with the reseller about how you intend to monetize your product. Is it through a try-buy process? Is it consumption-based, user-based, or something else? The second thing is the price itself. In a reseller relationship, you don't get to set the end user price. So make sure you've got a good idea of the price you want to offer to the reseller relative to your own direct price, and be prepared to negotiate. Have a conversation about marketing. What will the reseller do to promote your product? How will you collaborate with them? What rights will you have, if any, to communicate directly with end users of your product? And talk about payment policies. Cash flow is critical to any business. Make sure you have a clear understanding of how and how soon you will get paid for sales of your product. It's a dry conversation, but a very necessary one. Finally, make sure to work with an expert, a good lawyer, to understand responsibility for taxes. There are a lot of different taxation models out there, ones that vary by state and by country. A little care up front can save a lot of heartache down the line. The last focus area is around what I'll call general legal topics, and there are 4 that I want to call out for you to consider. In the world of cloud services, data protection and data privacy are critical topics. It's important that you can articulate your own data protection practices, and since you're developing solutions on our cloud platform, that you understand Microsoft's data privacy policies. At Microsoft, we make our data privacy policies for our online services available to the public for anyone to review. Second, it's a good idea for you and your reseller to discuss how you will warranty your product and what liability obligations you can offer in the event that claims are made against your product. Not a sexy topic, but one that's necessary for everyone to understand. It's possible that the reseller will ask you for exclusive rights to sell your product. You'll have to decide if this is right for you, or if you prefer not to offer this right at all. It's also a business decision, and if it comes up, it warrants a careful discussion. Finally, talk about the term of your partnership. How long do you think the partnership should last? There are a lot of options to consider. The partnership could last for a year, 2 years, 5 years, or simply auto-renew. Keep in mind that other factors in the partnership, for example, exclusivity or pricing, could influence the way that you think about this. It's also good to talk about termination. Discuss the conditions that would have to exist were you or the reseller to consider ending the partnership. As simple as it sounds, it's really important to talk about product, business, and legal issues, and to have thoughtful, open conversations about these 3 topics. By covering these topics and discussions up front, you'll set a great tone for the partnership going forward. Thanks for your time, and I wish you and your business nothing but success.